All right, guys, welcome once again. Okay, so we are here, and in this particular lesson, we are going to see how to set up a proper development environment. All right. Uh, we have been looking at some AI coding platforms like Lovable, like Replit, like Dreamflow, and the rest of them. All right. I think about 14 of those tools we have explored. Okay, but I want you to know that all those are, aside Cursor and Augment code, which we have explored, all those other ones are cloud-based AI coding tools, all right? I want us to see the need for a proper development environment. If you were not building with AI, what would you be building with, all right? So you'll be writing code manually if you were not building with AI. So I want to introduce you to those development environments with which you would have been writing your code if there was nothing like AI. Of course, some years ago, until recently, we were all writing with these tools, all right? But today, some of these tools have been AI enabled. That is why we are even using it or using them right now in this AI software development training. So we're going to look at about 4 of those tools, of which 2 we have explored already. So we are going to focus on the remaining 2. All right, the first tool is Visual Studio Code. The second one is the latest tool in town, the latest tool that is has just been launched last week by Google, Antigravity, which is before you on screen. We are also going to just do a little second touch on Cursor AI and then Augment Code. These 4 tools in your toolbox gives you superpowers to build any kind of application. There are things Lovable cannot do, where it has to do with back end and some complex stuff. It sometimes messes up. There are things Replit cannot do. That's the truth. I've tried all of them out. But these 4 tools will always give you so much value, especially the one I'll recommend. Of course, that is Augment Code. Okay, so with that said, let's get in, starting with the first one. This is VS Code. I've opened it already. So you just go to code.visualstudio.com. Code.visualstudio.com. All right. So you look for the download button. It will automatically detect your operating system. I'm using Windows. If you're on Mac, you will see. If you're on Linux, you will see it here. All right. So whatever it is, you choose the one that is applicable to you and download it. I've already downloaded and installed this, so I don't need to actually download it again. All right, so you just click the download button and this application, so this is it. It's trying to download into my computer, but I will not download this one because I already downloaded it. All right, so after you have downloaded it, what do? You just run the installation. It's very easy to install, just the same way you install every other application. That's the same way you do this. Some of you already have it. All right, so that is for VS Code. I'm going to open the one I have in my system shortly. Then you go to Augment Code. Sorry, you go to Antigravity, antigravity.google. You click on the download button. It's just as VS Code, it will also auto-dictate your operating system. So you click on it and download it into your computer, then install it. All right. Having installed it, I mentioned to you guys the other time that you will need to also install Node.js. All right, we did that when we were talking about Cursor. So Node.js, you just go to the website, nodejs.org, install it. This application will help you to set up a development server, all right, so that you can be seeing what you are building. All right, so you need to install it in your computer. All right, it creates a back end or a server that allows you to run JavaScript as a backend language. All right, so it creates see the definition. It's a free open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment that lets developers to create servers, web applications, and command line tools. JavaScript was primarily, all right, developed to build applications for the browser, all right? That is for the client. But when you're talking about server, how to run JavaScript on the server, you need something like this. You need Node.js. So you have to run, download it, and install. Just like clicking get Node.js, the process is very simple. You just click, download it for your operating system. Using Windows, I will just click here and then download the application. Or rather, this, is it this? Right? So you click and download it and install it. I already have it here in my system. All right, so having installed all these things, then you also need to install Cursor if you don't have it already. Cursor will always require a VPN, so you can go to your Chrome extension. And how to do that, just click on this top right, look for extensions, click on visit Chrome extension and type VPN. You see a lot of options, VPN. You click enter. All right, this is the one I'm using right now. I also have WinScribe. So you just click it, install it, add it to Chrome. It's not showing here because I already have it. It's showing remove from Chrome. I already have it. So you just click download it and turn it on. This is it. The U icon. I will turn it on. Once I am able to turn it on, cursor will become active. I click on agree. I click on this play button at the center. It's connecting. All right, so then let's come back to cursor and see if it will turn on. All right, so here we are. Cursor is active now because I've changed my location with a VPN. VPN means virtual private network. Okay, so here we are. So I can actually build right here. I can build right here. Just choose the AI model I want to use. GPT 5.1, 5.1 Codex Hive, Sonnet, this Cloud Sonnet 4.5. I can build here, all right? Especially for those that are not using computer or laptop rather, you are rather using your mobile phone to build, right? So you may also build right here with cursor, okay? But I'm logged in already. Let me log out so I can show you how to install. You just click on download. This is download from iOS. You just click on download and choose your operating system, just the same way you did for the other ones. You also do same here. Download and install. Click on it. It will install automatically. You just follow the steps that comes with it. Before you know it, you have those three applications in your computer. Having installed the three, what next? Let's start with VS Code. I need to close a lot of stuff. All right, so I have VS Code here. All right, so I can open it. Okay, so this is it. VS Code automatically comes with a Copilot, which is an AI software, AI coder also. It assists just like every other one we have been using. It comes with VS Code. You can see this is a project I've been working on. In fact, these are our elements that we are using to learn in this AI software development program. The platform we are using, TechFuels Digital, is 100% AI developed. 100% AI developed. All right, so this is VS Code. Let's also, this is where you can open if you want to start a project right now, what you have to do is to create a folder in your computer for that project. Then you come to File, you come to Open Folder, then look for that folder in your computer and bring that project in, right? But since I already have a project right here in this particular session, this is the project Tech Field Digital Canvas. These are LMS. I'm going to create a new window so that what I do is I click on File again, New Window. So I can close the other one and use this one. Let me close the other one and use this new window that I just opened. Okay. So this is a new window. This is what you see when you are just opening VS Code for the first time. All right. This is what you see. Okay. You can see that there are many ways to start. You can create a new file. That is, you want to create file by file. All right. When I say file, I mean something like let's say index.html. That's an HTML file. All right. Styles.css. That's a file. Or you can do that, or you can create a new, you can open an existing file that is already in your computer. You can also open a folder that is already in your computer that has code inside and continue working with it. You can, if you have a GitHub repository, which I mentioned the other time, you can just click here and it takes you to GitHub and you bring in that project. All right, you download a code into your VS Code and start working with it. All right, you won't see this augment code. We'll talk about it as we progress. Let me just start something so that you see what I'm trying to say. All right, let me go to my laptop, create a folder for a project. Let's say I want to build an e-commerce application. Let's actually use that as a project in this module. E-commerce electronics, e-commerce, whatever. So let's assume this is what we want to build. Of course, let's build this. Let's build an e-commerce application. All right. Not just for this particular lesson. This is what we are going to use all through this module to learn. So electronics, I click it open. You can see it's totally empty. All right. So I come to VS Code. I click on open folder. I look for that folder. Oh, it's on my desktop. So I look for it. Look at it. So I bring it in. All right. Okay, so now you can see e-commerce electronics. So if I want to build something right now, I can just create files inside that folder right here. I can create a folder inside that folder. All right. So, but this is the root directory. This is the root folder, the parent folder, the starting point of this project. All right. So let's assume I want to create an HTML file. I just click here. So I say index.html. So now you see that. So I've created an HTML file that is opening. So you see that. So here we are. I've started. If I wanted to write code now, this is where I will write my code. All right. This is where I will write my code. So I will just start writing. Okay. But let me not go into that. We are using AI to code. The next thing I'm going to do, assuming I was just showing you around anyway. This is VS Code. Assuming I wanted to use a tool like Augment Code, or I want to bring in plugins, extensions, I will just come to here. This is where you have extensions. These are the extensions are like third-party software that extends or introduces extra power, extra abilities, extra functionalities to your IDE, or the development environment, integrated development environment. So we are using VS Code, but we can bring in Augment Code into this environment. Look at it. Look at Augment Code. So you just come here, search for what you are looking for. Search for what you are looking for. You see that? I'm able to see this. This Augment Code. I can install it by clicking this button. It's already installed, so I don't need to do that again. All right. There are a lot of things you can actually install. As you can see, there are a lot of extensions here. All these are software that do so many things. All right. So that is that. I won't have to go into too much detail on that. We want to maintain focus. All right. So what next? The next thing I would like you to see is come to view. If I want to see my directory, my project directory, I click on Explorer. All that I've been working on will appear here. all the code will appear here. If I want to maybe push this project to GitHub and come to source control, I can start with that, but let's not do that now. I can also go to extensions by clicking on view. So you can see view button here will be very, very instrumental in what you are doing. All right. Okay, so that is that. Then I can also run terminals or open the terminal by coming to this three dot. Where you have these three dots, click it open, new terminal. All right. Yeah, what the terminal does is to allow you to execute certain commands. All right. It allows you to, it's just a tool that that allows you to type commands directly to the operating system, right? Instead of clicking buttons. Okay. It's a direct line to your computer's brain. So when you write your code, you want to execute it, you want to run it, you want to preview it, this is where you do it. Type it here. All right, as we're going to see very soon as we progress in this course. So what you have seen here, you have seen how to bring in a folder from your computer, a code base from GitHub, and pull it in here and start writing code with it. All right. So, okay, let's do same thing for cursor and for anti-gravity. So the same folder is what I'm going to use. I'm not creating a new one. So let me open a cursor right now. Let me open cursor. I have it pinned here in my taskbar. It's opening. All right, so this is cursor. Same way with VS Code. You can also clone a project from GitHub. You can also open a folder or connect via SSH. All right, let me just show you what can happen here with GitHub. So I click on clone project. Getting ready. Okay, so all right. So when you click this, I didn't even notice I was doing something. You see on top here, you see clone from GitHub. All right, so I'll click that. There it will open up my GitHub account, which I'm already logged in my browser. Okay, so assuming I want to work with this project, this is the once I hover on it, I will see the name. All right, this is Tech Fields Digital Lab. This is a Still take views. This is race. This is a me conference. You can see from the file name. This is a fill off. This is a Google. This is prime internship and so on. So let's assume I wanted to work with this one. Just click it and the project will be automatically. So this will open. When this opens, what you do is, since you are bringing it in from GitHub, you need to create a local folder in your computer for it. So you click desktop. Let's assume I wanted to create a new folder for that particular project. Okay, test project. Just so I can know what I'm doing. Okay. So that then it do not ask you select this folder as the repository destination. You click it. You click it. So what you have just done is you have given this project you brought from GitHub a home in your computer. All right. So you have by creating that folder. So see, it's still cloning. So it asks you, will you like to open it? You say open. Or you want to open it in a new window, whichever one applies. You click on open. Okay. You see now, we have this code that all downloaded. This is the code for this project. All right. I was telling you about a terminal. I want to view what this project looks like. All I will need to do is to click on this click on these three dots here. Click on terminal. It has a shortcut. Look at it there. I click on new terminal. Okay, so here is the terminal. All I will do is I want to look at this project. So like I told you that you can run such commands on the terminal. So I'm going to run a command that will help me open this project. Okay, don't mind this one. This is Augment code trying to also work, but I'm not ready for it yet. So let me come back to what I was doing. Whoosh. I have to open it again. I wanted to cancel Augment code. I closed it. All right, so okay, so let me come back to the terminal. This is the bottom. Now, if you can see, this is the project name that I gave it, test JIT project. And this is the actual project that we are working with. So it has to, you have to look out for that part, PATH. So npm run dev. I want to look at this project. I want to create a development server. All right, these guys are telling me I've exhausted my, that's augment code. Exhausted my credit. All right, so that is by the way. npm run dev, dev. After doing that, I press enter. So it will create a server and give me a link for it. Did I type? Okay, there's something I should do first before I run that. Okay, I have to do npm install first. What will happen is that it will install dependencies. That is what this project needs to actually run. The things that it needs. I have to run that. And remember, I talked about Node.js before now. All right, so it has to run and install those dependencies that will be needed. So npm install brings in those things. If you notice, okay, let me not go into that yet. So what I'm doing in this particular lesson is just to, take you around with these integrated development environments, which are all AI enabled. VS Code has Copilot, all right? Cursor is 100% AI ready, and it also has extensions that are AI enabled that can also allow you to code with AI, all right? Then now we are going to also look at Google Antigravity, which is also 100% AI enabled. Now, all these three IDEs, you can use Augment code in all of them. Augment code is an extension that can be accessible in VS Code, can be accessible in Cursor, can be accessible in uh, Antigravity, can be accessible in Windsurf, can be accessible in Tray. Those are extra ones. I don't want to look at into them in this particular course, right? But they are there. Used them before. All of them are built on VS Code. That is, they look like VS Code, the same code base with improvements. Okay, so that has been installed. npm install is completed. So I can now run npm run dev, set up a server. All right, so that is that. So how do I access the project? I click on control, this link that starts with localhost 8080. So I click on it. It will open in my browser the way it is opening now. We open that project in my browser so I can preview it and see what it looks like. Okay, so this is it. It's actually an event website I built for a client in Turkey. So this is the project. All right. So if I wanted to improve this project further, I can improve it further right there in VS Code or right there in Cursor or anywhere I imported it to. Okay. So that is that. Just wanted to show you that. Now let's go back to our e-commerce folder, still with Cursor. So I'm going to open Cursor in a new window, all right, so that I can close this one. I just wanted to show you how you do it with GitHub to bring in projects from GitHub. All right, so I'm going to open a new window. I can close the old ones so it doesn't take up too much space. Let me close these ones. Don't save anything. All right, so I want to bring in that our folder by clicking Open Project. Go to where I stored it. That was in my desktop. Bring in the e-commerce thing. Where is it? Okay, so this is e-commerce. Select the folder. All right, so notice that this project, this same folder in is open in VS Code. The same folder is open in what's it called, Cursor. I'm going to also open the same folder in Antigravity. So let's see Antigravity. What does that tell you? Meaning that you can build from any of those IDEs and it goes into the same folder. All right, they are all connected to the same container, the same storage. All right, the same local storage. So this anti-gravity, open it. I can actually start building this project with anti-gravity. It's opening. All right, so this is anti-gravity. I was working on something here. I will close it. You can see it's still the same tech fields digital. Was just improving the platform. All right, let me close. Okay, let me open a new window so I can close this one. Opening a new window, minimize and close this. Bring back the new window. Okay, so this is anti-gravity. We're going to start this project with anti-gravity. All right, but I'm sure you understand the basics of how to navigate through any of these three IDEs. All right. The only thing I've not done, which I'm going to do now, is to bring in an extension. Okay. Let's bring in Augment code here. Okay, look at it here because I've not installed it with this tool before. So you can just click on install with and click and install it here. All right. But let me open that folder first. You can also clone a repository from GitHub. Let me open the project by bringing the gravity or net code. So this is it. All right. So just one folder we have then. Let me, okay. Anti-gravity will ask you if you trust this author, the author of this project. So you can always say yes, because it's your project. So now this is the anti-gravity the coding environment, or rather AI prompting environment, which of course is still loading actually. So let's allow it some moment to completely load. All right, so this is it. Okay, let's test something. Build me an interface. Let me start step by step. Build me an interface. Okay. We have another module for this. All right, so this is it. We have all seen how these are the proper development environment. They call them IDEs, Integrated Development Environment. All right. You can find out the difference between an IDE and a text editor. All right. I remember when I started writing code so many years ago, I used Notepad++. If I had Notepad, all right, those are text editors, Notepad++. All right, so you can find that out of what they really mean in your spare time. Okay, so let me bring in Augment code. I wanted to do that before I shut down this lesson. Go for the next. Okay, here it is. So I can open it and click on install. Trust. Can't install release version. Okay. Install pre-release. They have two versions actually. One is the release version, one is the pre-release. So if you notice that, just prompt it to actually install it for you. Right, so it's installed. It's installed. Having installed, you can close this and switch back to the Explorer mode by coming to view, so you can see that your folder, the directory of the project. All right, so here we are. All right, let's shut down this lesson as we progress to the next one. I'm sure we understand. We are going to use this, particularly we are going to use Antigravity to build an e-commerce store as we progress in this module. All right, so sit tight as we go next lesson.